Another deadly attack in Jerusalem. A Palestinian driver ran over pedestrians, killing one person and wounding more than a dozen others. Police shot and killed the attacker. Also, more clashes between Palestinian protesters and Israeli troops near a disputed holy site. CCTV's Stephanie Freid joins us with an update. And Stephanie, what was it like today in Jerusalem with this attack and these other protests?
Well, Elaine, certainly it wasn't calm. As you noted, the end of the day had culminated with this person, this Palestinian man, driving his car into people waiting for the light rail train, similar to an attack of several weeks ago, just weeks ago. He got out, started beating people with a metal pole, and then ultimately he was killed by border police. But it didn't start there. It started with frustrations that were brewing from early morning when Jewish activists decided that they were going to go to Islam's third holiest site and they were going to make their presence known there. That was a source of frustration for the Muslims, who were, for the most part, barred. There was a limitation, many barred from worshiping at that same site. So bedlam broke out on the streets adjacent to the mosque. Again, it all started and was coming from the frustration that started with these activists who decided that they were going to go up to the holy site. A Hamas-affiliated operative plowed into pedestrians waiting for Jerusalem's train. The second such attack within weeks. A 3-month-old was killed in the first. Wednesday's assailant was shot dead on the scene by Israeli border police. The incident follows a day of clashes at Jerusalem's Al-Aqsa mosque between stone-throwing Palestinians and armed Israeli security. Palestinians were up in arms over right-wing Jewish activist attempts to enter Islam's third holiest site.
The Muslims are trying to rule the world, and they're not interested in having anyone else pray to their God. They only want Muslims. We're not going to allow that. This is the Jewish state. This is the holiest site to the Jewish people, and we will pray here.
Furious over limited Muslim access to the mosque and ongoing punitive measures by Israel, Palestinians protested.
There was no doubt at the start of this day that the situation may get very volatile, certainly with the call of right-wing activists marking the assassination attempt of one of their brethren and trying to come up to Al-Aqsa Mosque, which is here on the side of me. That created a stir.
Throwing stones at Israeli forces, the response was stun grenade fire and, according to some reports, sponge-coated rubber bullets. At least one Palestinian was seriously wounded. The people here accuse Israel of breaching the laws by attempting to Judaize all of Jerusalem.
They prevented all the children to enter to their schools.
Why are they saying?
Because there is occupation, because it's an occupied territory. And because no one stopped Israel from violating the international law.
Days ago, Israel's security authorities reported Jerusalem is calming down. That was clearly not the case on Wednesday.
And the very latest now here in Israel is the report that Jordan has pulled its ambassador out on the heels of this violence at Al-Aqsa Mosque. He returned to Amman this afternoon. Elaine?